The mystery of the princes in the tower remains one of the most enduring and chilling enigmas in English history. In the late 15th century, two young royal siblings, Edward V and Richard of Shrewsbury, Duke of York, disappeared within the confines of the Tower of London, never to be seen again. Their disappearance has sparked centuries of speculation, accusations, and historical debate. This documentary will explore the historical context, the key figures involved, the events leading up to their disappearance, the aftermath, and the legacy of this dark episode. Introduction. The story begins in 1483, a turbulent period marked by the Wars of the Roses, a series of dynastic conflicts between the houses of Lancaster and York for control of the English throne. Edward IV, a Yorkist king, had recently died, leaving his eldest son, Edward V, as heir. However, Edward V was only 13 years old, and his reign was short-lived. His uncle, Richard, Duke of Gloucester, was appointed protector of the realm. It was under Richard's guardianship that the princes were lodged in the Tower of London, ostensibly for their protection and preparation for Edward V's coronation. Background. The Wars of the Roses had left England deeply divided. Edward IV's sudden death in April 1483 created a power vacuum. Edward V's youth and inexperience made him vulnerable to political machinations. Richard of Gloucester, a powerful and ambitious nobleman, moved quickly to consolidate power. The legitimacy of Edward V's claim was challenged when it was declared that Edward IV's marriage to Elizabeth Woodville was invalid, rendering their children illegitimate. This declaration paved the way for Richard to claim the throne as Richard III. Main events. The princes were taken to the Tower of London, a royal fortress and prison, where they were last seen in the summer of 1483. Their disappearance soon followed, with no credible evidence of their fate. Contemporary accounts and later historians have debated whether Richard III ordered their murder to secure his hold on the throne. Some suggest that other figures, such as Henry Stafford, Duke of Buckingham, or even Henry Tudor, the future Henry VII, could have been responsible. The lack of definitive proof has left the case shrouded in mystery. The disappearance of the princes had immediate political consequences. Richard III's reign was marred by suspicion and unrest. In 1485, Henry Tudor defeated Richard at the Battle of Bosworth Field, ending the Wars of the Roses and beginning the Tudor dynasty. Henry VII's claim to the throne was strengthened by his marriage to Elizabeth of York, uniting the warring houses. The mystery of the princes was used as propaganda to undermine Richard III's legitimacy. Consequences. The presumed murder of the princes cast a long shadow over English history. It contributed to the vilification of Richard III, whose reputation was further damaged by Shakespeare's portrayal of him as a ruthless villain. The event also highlighted the brutal nature of medieval power struggles, where royal blood was no guarantee of safety. The fate of the princes remains a symbol of lost innocence and the dangers of political ambition. Legacy. In modern times, the mystery continues to captivate historians, writers, and the public. Archaeological efforts have sought to locate the remains of the princes, with some bones found in the tower in 1674 believed to be theirs, though this has never been conclusively proven. The story has inspired numerous books, films, and scholarly debates. It serves as a reminder of the complexities of history and the often tragic human cost of power. Conclusion. The murder of the princes in the tower remains an unresolved and haunting chapter in English history. While the truth may never be fully uncovered, the story reflects the turbulent era of the Wars of the Roses and the precarious nature of royal succession. It underscores how political ambition and intrigue can lead to devastating consequences, shaping the course of a nation's history. The legacy of the princes endures, inviting ongoing reflection on justice, power, and memory.